Hi, welcome to Amish Roots. Thank you for tuning in. Last week I was walking through the park when I met someone walking their dog. It was on a leash, and as we approached one another, the dog started getting excited and pulling on the leash towards me. Now, I'll be the first to tell you that I am not a dog lover. I tolerate them at best. So, as we were meeting, I moved over on the path to give them room to get by. To the owner's credit, they pulled the dog in, trying to control it. This dog was of medium size and looked to me like a Labradoodle type of animal. The dog, however, was wiggling all over trying to reach me, causing the owner to slightly lose their grip on the leash. Because there were snowbanks on both sides of the path, there was nowhere for either one of us to go. So, to calm the dog, I slowly reached my hand out to pet it and talk soothingly. The interaction was going fine until the dog decided to jump up and try to lick my face. Now, some people might say that this was a sign the dog liked me and was showing affection. But let me be clear that licking my face is never allowed unless you're my husband. I immediately backed away, which only seemed to get the dog more excited, and the owner started apologizing and explaining he really is a friendly dog and he won't hurt you. Yeah, well, it isn't easy to convince someone who has been bitten and growled at by a few too many dogs that your beast, which just lunged at me, is being neighborly. I hurriedly wished them a good day and walked on. Now, before you jump all over me for not thinking fondly about this pod creature with bad manners, let me explain. I grew up on a farm, and we always had a dog roaming the premises. In fact, the first dog I remember was a black and white border collie we named Lucky. Lucky was the best dog we ever had. He was calm and smart. She seldom barked, except to let us know when someone was arriving on our property. As soon as one of us appeared to greet the person who came, she stood by our side until she knew it was a friendly meeting, and then laid down. Lucky was with us for many years, and I loved her a lot because she was easy to be with. The dogs we had later, I tolerated or ignored because they were either too aggressive in seeking attention or barked too much. Many of the places I babysat also had dogs for pets. But unlike the farm, where our dog ran free but was not allowed in the house, these dogs lived in the house but got tied up when outside. Hmm. Anyway, most of my experiences with these pets were positive, as they seemed content to keep to themselves and only needed me to let them in and out on occasion. There were two exceptions. One of the homes had a dog that thought my legs were quite adorable and wanted to latch on and hug fiercely. And the other home had two huge St. Bernards who slobbered everywhere. One day when I went to go home, one of my shoes was sopping wet because they had used it for a drool bucket. Yuck! The issue I have with dogs is not that they want to be petted and acknowledged. It is when I am expected to adore them the same way their owners do. But let me just say, if little Sparky is yipping at me from the moment I am close by until I depart, chances are I will not like him and definitely will find him very annoying. If Scotty is the type of dog who jumps up and down in greeting, he will probably never be my friend. This action has a tendency to frighten me, and the owner's assurances that he is harmless do not reassure me, but heighten my anxiety because now I feel like the bad guy. If Snoopy is a licker, whether it is my shoes, hands, or horrors upon horrors, my face, I will be prone to avoid him at all costs. I take my showers at home, thank you very much. And seriously, what is with the little outfits people put on their dogs and the booties on their feet? At best, it's silly, and at worst, it's ridiculous. If God had meant for dogs to wear clothes, they would not have had fur. So next time you're out for a walk with your schnauzer, do not assume that everyone you meet wants to pet, be sniffed by, licked, or even love your pet. And when someone comes to your home, respect the boundaries. They are probably coming to see you and are not expecting an animal love in. Remember that when you come to my house, no one or no thing jumps up on you, smells you, or licks you. Barking and growling, however, may be optional. It's called Paw Control, and I appreciate when it is enforced. I know you love your dog, and I respect that, but it does not mean I have to. But these are only my feelings about dogs, and generally, if they are well behaved, I can tolerate them. Just don't get me started on cats. Mach's gut, and see you next time on Amish Roots. Plain talk in a modern world.